Hey everyone, good morning. It's Monday, May 18th. How are you? It's the 157th day of school. We have 23 more days of first grade together. Okay, so it's Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone got some rest. I hope everyone enjoyed the good weather. I also hope you kept your mask on when you went outside or were in close proximity to anyone else, because remember, we have to still practice social distancing, which means we have to stay at least 6 feet apart from other people who are not our family. Okay, so I'm going to get started. It's Monday with our new spelling words. Okay, now our spelling words for this week, they have sounds which we typically called glued sounds. Okay, now glued, if something is glued together, it's kind of stuck together. So glued sounds, the sounds are stuck together. Okay, now some of these we have gone over before. Okay, we go over these every morning when we do our sounds. So when I was at school last week, I got some of our cards that we typically use. So our first one is INK, pink, ink. Okay, now remember, we used to do that every day. INK, pink, ink. Okay. Second one is UNK, junk, unk. Right, like we're getting rid of that junk. UNK, junk, unk. And then our third one is ONK, honk, unk. Okay, ONK, honk, unk. Okay, so those are 3 of our glued sounds that we're going to be doing this week. We also have another one which we don't have a card for. It's ANK, ank. Okay, so right now I'm going to go over our words, so I'll put them here on the board. And remember, it's Monday, so I don't give you any extra words on Monday. Okay, Monday, I just simply introduce the spelling words to you. I'm not going to give you any extras until tomorrow, where we'll start doing some like we would do for dictation. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with our ANK, and we just talked about ANK is ank. Okay, now if we try to stretch this out, we know AN is an, and then k, but we change it to not ank, ank. Okay, so that says ank. Now I'm going to put a 2-letter blend, BL, and that says blank. Okay, now I'm going to do ANK again, so we know that says ank. Now I'm going to put my TH digraph at the beginning. Now we know TH, we said TH, thumb, th. That's what we said every day, okay? So this says thank, okay? Thank. Then ANK. Guys, excuse me for 1 second. I just got to get up and close the door for my cat. Okay, sorry, my cat was gonna start crying, so I had to make sure I could let him in. Okay, so now we have ANK, which is ank again. Now I'm going to add PR, which says pr, and this is prank. Okay, so like if you play a prank on someone, or like a joke, and you had that as one of your question of the days, where I asked you if you ever played a prank on someone, which is like a joke. Now ANK again says ank. Now we're going to put SP. This says sp, ank, spank. Okay. All right. Now we're going to move on to ONK. And we know, here it is, ONK, honk, onk. And that is actually one of our spelling words. We put the H in front, it becomes hunk. Okay, now we're going to move on to our UNK. UNK, junk, unk. Okay, so here is my unk. I'm going to put And this was a blend that we learned in class TR. It was on our blends chart. Remember, I had the chart with the blender and we had all of the blends on it. Now TR is a little tricky because it says tra, and you kind of hear that CH, but there's not a CH. So this is trunk, trunk, okay? Then we're going to move to our last glued sound, which is INK. And that says INK, pink, ink. Okay, remember we used to say that all of the time. So this says ink. I put my W in front of it. It becomes wink. Okay, now here's my INK again, which says ink. So you know these are rhyming words. Wink. And here's another ink. I put my TH digraph. It becomes think. Okay, remember, rhyming words sound the same at the end. So this is trunk. This is ink. These are not rhyming words, okay? These are rhyming words. Wink, think, because I hear the same thing at the end, okay? Has the same sound at the end. Ooh, okay. Now I'm still doing INK, which says ink, but now I'm going to put DR, and this is another blend that was on our blender chart. DR says dra, 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 and it's kind of tricky because it sounds like there's like a J, it's dra. Okay, so this one is a little tricky too, which is why it was on our chart. So dra and ink makes drink. Okay, now this next one is INK again, which says ink. However, this time I'm going to put 3 letters in front of ink. Okay, so now this is not a trigraph. We learned trigraphs a few weeks ago that were 3 letters that make one sound. This is not a trigraph, because what this is it's a digraph which says sh and then the letter R. So this is shra, shra, shrink. Okay, shrink is to make something little. Okay, that's what shrink means. Okay, now you're coming back here for me, and we're going to go over our new high frequency words. Okay, now remember, your high frequency words, I do not give you an assignment to do with them. Okay, I leave that completely up to you. You can do whatever you want with the high frequency words, just make sure you study them. Okay, first one, most, MOST, most. Give, GIVE, give. Okay, now the reason this is considered a high frequency word is because we know, we've learned this year, that when words end with this E, they have that magic E, right? Magic E. This E has a job, and it tells the I to say its name. Okay, so it tells it to say I, which means typically this should say give, but this word is not give, it is give. Okay, so it doesn't fit that rule, which is why this is a tricky word, because everything that you have learned about words does not apply here. Okay, we know typically we see this magic E, our brain says, oh, I know, magic E means this vowel needs to say its name, should say I, that's its name. So this does not say give, it says give. So that's why this could be considered a tricky word. Okay, cool, COOL, cool. Live, LIVE, live. Now this one is a tricky word, because this particular word spelled LIVE can be pronounced as live, or it can be pronounced as live. It depends on how you're using it in a sentence. It's still spelled the same. Okay, but it can be pronounced 2 different ways. Okay, only, ONLY, only. Take, TAKE, take. Now this fits what we learned about magic E, right? Magic E at the end tells the vowel, say its name. Its name is A, so it says A. Ache, take. So this follows that rule of magic E, take. And we have art, ART, art. Under, UNDER, under. okay? So those are your new spelling words and your new high frequency words for the week, okay? Make sure you're studying them, every single day, okay? Now let's get on to our work, okay? So it's Monday, we're doing our independent reading. So grab a book from your home library or go to Raz Kids and read a book. Read it, spend about 15-20 minutes reading it, tell someone about it, then begin your log. Start your reading log that needs to be handed in on Friday, okay? First assignment. Second assignment is your spelling words. We just went over our spelling words. They are our ink, our ank, our unk, and our unk words. So make sure you write them 3 times each. That's your spelling, and that will count as your homework, okay? Third thing you're doing, you are reading a story, and it's called Do You Really Want to Visit a Wetland? Do you really want to visit a wetland? Now, you are going to answer 2 questions after you read it. Now, I did attach the story in the assignment, okay? But it does go to our ed. So if you are not logged in with your NPS email, you are not going to be able to view the story. If mom is logged in on the computer, or dad, or your brother, or your sister, it's not going to work. You have to be logged in under your NPS email. Otherwise, you cannot click on my link. Okay? If the link is not opening, then you need to go to the student portal. You need to click on ed. Then you can go right to the search and you can put in the name of the story. Do you really want to visit a wetland? Okay? So make sure you do that, okay? Some of you are sending me messages saying, Miss Salerno, I can't get on because you're not logged in, okay? That's the first thing. Secondly, if you still can't get in, go to ed, okay? You know how to go to ed. It's the same way you go to the student portal, okay? So please do that. And then you have 2 questions to answer. Make sure you answer in complete sentences, okay? Then lastly, you have your journal. Your journal today is my favorite thing to bake is. So I'm giving you your opening. I'm giving you a prompt. You are completing the prompt. That's your opening. My favorite thing to bake is, and you're going to tell me what it is. First sentence. Then you are going to tell me all of the reasons why you like to bake whatever this is, or you can actually take me through the steps of baking it. So let's pretend you say my favorite thing to bake is an apple pie. You can tell me all of the reasons why you like to bake that apple pie, or you can take me through the steps of how you bake the pie. So first I do this, then I do this, next I do this, okay? That's up to you how you write this paragraph, but I'm giving you 2 options, and I also wrote all of that in your assignment. And then lastly, you would put your closing, okay? These are the reasons why an apple pie is my favorite, or something close to that, okay? So that's what you are doing for your paragraph, 6 to 8 sentences. Remember, when I check your work, you have all of these assignments to do. 3 assignments that I check for literacy. I check your spelling, then I check your story where you answer the questions, and then I check your journal writing. If you don't do all 3 of those, you cannot get a 100. Okay, a 100 is you do everything that you were supposed to do, you don't forget everything, and you do it to the best of your ability. So your journal has 6 to 8 sentences. If you hand in everything, but your journal only has 3 sentences, you cannot get a 100. Okay, so you need to make sure you're following all of the directions for all parts of the assignment, okay? And I type it out pretty clearly for you so you know exactly what I expect from you, okay? So please make sure you're doing that. Also, make sure you get on iReady and Lexia Core 5 every single day. I also did attach a little YouTube video for you, a little fun song, Frank Skunk, which has a lot of the unk words, the ink words, the ink words, so you can listen to that, okay? So that's about it for today, okay? I went through all of your assignments. Please, please, please make sure that you are reading the story, you are paying attention to the story, okay? And that's it. For math today, we are beginning a new module, okay? We're beginning module 14, so you only have 2 pages to do for that. It's the review. Remember, every time we start a new module, we start a new workbook. At the beginning, there's like 1 or 2 review pages. That's what you're doing today. You're doing 2 review pages, okay? Our new module is 3-dimensional shapes. But the first 2 pages that you have to do are just kind of review and just seeing what you already know about shapes, okay? We haven't done this module yet, so just do your best. It's 2 pages. That's it. So your math should not take you long at all today, and do not go on any further. There's 2 pages. I actually attached them in your assignment, okay? As always, if you have any questions, put them in Google Classroom. Please make sure you get in Google Classroom to submit all of your work and answer the question of the day, okay? So I'll see you guys later. Bye.